Hey everybody! Today I want to talk about 3 things to do when faced with a toxic workspace. Now, the original list is going to be kind of short because I plan on tackling them all in separate videos to follow this one. But I thought it was important to just kind of get the basic information out there first and foremost so you know what you can at least start planning to do. So, if you find yourself in a toxic workspace, the number one best thing that you can do is get the fuck out of there. Period. Now, you may not be in a position to get the fuck out of there, so the second best thing to do is to start making a plan, setting up a blueprint, sketching out the needs as need dictates, to get the fuck out of there. Period. Now, say for example that number 1 and number 2 are not options. The third option is a little bit more difficult, but just as straightforward. The third option is accept the fact that you are choosing to stay in a toxic environment and do your best to detox it if at all humanly possible. It's important to keep in mind that toxic places are by their very nature usually pretty culturally ingrained, so this isn't an easy thing to do. This is also why I highly recommend option number 1, get the fuck out of there, or option number 2, make a plan and get the fuck out of there, as opposed to anything else. So, as mentioned, I'm going to tackle all those in depth in subsequent videos, or subsequent, as someone I know and love prefers to pronounce it. Mostly because I think what really does need to be addressed is the reason why these are the best courses of action, the reason why these are the things that I advocate more than anything else is because you really truly have to understand the nature of toxicity. By definition, toxic is poisonous. By definition, it is insidious and it permeates. So it's akin to staying in a radioactive environment. Yeah, sure, you can be there for a little while, but the longer you're there, the sicker it is going to make you specifically. And the longer it will take to recover once you remove yourself from the toxic zone. This is something that actually honestly took me a long time to really truly understand. And that's because it took me about 6 or 7 months to recover from my last toxic position. When you linger in a place that doesn't show you appropriate respect, when you linger in a place that doesn't show you value, when you linger in a place that does not give any measure of appreciation, those thoughts and that treatment become acceptable to you, and the more acceptable they become, the more inclined you are to continue really living within them, to the point where not only are you able to stay in a toxic situation and able to stay there for a long time, it eventually becomes a part of you. That toxic mindset and that toxic mind space integrate themselves into you and into your mind, and all of the horrible things that they make you believe, you start to believe. So when you're finally able to extricate yourself, you don't automatically go through an instantaneous mind flip. You don't just go, oh hey, I've stepped out of the radioactive zone, I am therefore completely free. No, the poison is inside you. It's ingrained into your system. It is woven into your psyche. And so it's not enough to just step away. What you need to do is you need to take the time, whatever time is necessary, to process it, to heal, to regenerate the positivity that you originally had, that should by all means keep you upright and hopefully recovering more so as time goes by. So, to summarize, this video is all about the 3 things that you should do in a toxic work environment. Number 1, get the fuck out. Number 2, make a plan to get the fuck out. Number 3, stay and try detoxify it, but understand that that is an uphill climb. All of which I'll address later, but mostly keep in mind, it's not enough to leave. You have to leave and you have to take the time to heal. So I'll have another video up here hopefully soon, ideally in the next day or so, which will address point number 1. Get the fuck out of there. Thank you very much. And we will call it good for today.